Less than 50 minutes ago, a hurricane formed. Another developing story we're following for you here on Midday. Let's get to Melissa Nord.
And we've been watching, Cheryl, this tropical system, Erin, for the last several days. And, you know, it had a little increase in its intensity last night, and then it didn't look as impressive at 5 o'clock this morning. Well, now, really, the last few hours, the sun's come up, and this thing is getting its act together. So hurricane hunters flying into this storm have determined flight level winds are over 80 miles per hour. So they're estimating this thing has winds of 75 miles per hour now. So we now have Hurricane Erin, the first hurricane of the season in the 2025 Atlantic Basin, and this will become the first major hurricane of the season by the end of the weekend. In fact, in advance of Erin, there are tropical storm watches in effect for the northern Leeward Islands, and later today we're already going to see those wind speeds coming up a little bit. So by 8 o'clock tonight, winds up to 85 miles per hour. Then by tomorrow morning, becoming a Category 2 hurricane. At that point, we're expecting some of the outermost heavy rains to be impacting the northern Leeward Islands, also the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico going to be impacted by that, plus rough surf and the high rip current risk as we go into Saturday evening, becoming a Category 3 hurricane, and then by Sunday evening, Category 4. Now, after then, the track of this storm changes. The steering currents are going to take it more northward, so we expect that on a track north but east of the U.S. coastline. That does not mean we're not going to see impacts along the coastline. There will be large swells, rough surf, high risk of rip currents as well.